During your time in Pakistan, 2002, 3, 4, around that time,
Mhm.
another very dangerous threat to humanity was Dr. A.Q. Khan's
Oh,
network,
yes.
right?
Yes, yes.
So we got to know that nuclear material was being smuggled out to the North Koreans. Uh,
Yes.
there was proliferation going on with Libyan nuclear material as well going into Pakistan. All of that started coming out. When you were there in Pakistan,
Yes.
when you got this on your desk, what was the first thing you thought? You guys are going after terrorists. Here's Pakistan assembling nuclear bombs and selling it in the gray market or black market.
That's an outstanding question and a very important one. It never crossed my desk. I was specifically counterterrorism, but a colleague of mine, this was his entire life, was dealing with AQ Khan. Well, if we had taken, the Israeli approach, we would have just killed him. He was easy enough to find. We knew where he lived. We knew how he spent his day. But he also had the support of the Saudi government. And the Saudis came to us and said, please leave him alone. Please. We like AQ Khan. We're working with AQ Khan. We're close to the Pakistanis. They even named Faisalabad after King Faisal. Just leave him alone. This was a mistake that the US government made, not confronting AQ Khan head on. And I'll add too, later on, when I went to the Senate Foreign Relations Committee staff as the chief investigator, I worked for a man who was a journalist before going to the Senate Foreign Relations Committee staff. And he and his wife wrote a book that was first titled The Man from Pakistan. And the title was changed in the paperback version to The Nuclear Jihadist. It was the most detailed book ever written about AQ Khan.
Mm.
And they asked more than 24 CIA officers and United Nations IAEA officials exactly the same question that you just asked me.
Mm.
I was surprised that they got so many people to speak with them freely and openly. But they all told the same thing. They said that there were instructions from the White House not to attack AQ Khan. And it had to be because the Saudis were demanding it, insisting on it. We often wondered, and I have no proof, this is just my own speculation. We often wondered if it was because the Saudis were also building a nuclear capability.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's something we should probably be thinking about.
Well, when you put this into context and you talk about the Saudi-Pakistan Mutual Defense Pact that was just signed a few months ago,
Yes,
is Saudi Arabia basically calling in its investment?
I think yes. But I have to laugh about this mutual defense pact.
Mm.
I don't know if you've ever spent any time in Saudi Arabia,
No,
but
I haven't.
almost the entire Saudi military is Pakistanis. No Saudi's going to join the military unless they're going to make him a general. You
Uh,
know, there are a lot of Bedouins in the Saudi military, but you go straight in as an officer. If you're a Saudi citizen, you're going to start as an officer. There are no privates or corporals who are Saudi. They're all Pakistani, all of them. It's the Pakistanis that protect Saudi Arabia
but how realistic is a
on
nuclear
on the
umbrella, though?
ground.
But how realistic is a nuclear umbrella, though? That's what is, I mean, at least some of the doomsayers in India think of it like that.
Yeah, I don't think it is realistic.
Yeah.
No, I
So
don't think it's realistic.